So today we're here with Marco Theodore, Slicing and Dicing Real Estate in Paul's Kitchen. We're going to talk a bit about Marco. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you're going to talk about today?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, I would like to say thank you, Paul, for having me here. Super excited to be in your kitchen and to be slicing and dicing some real estate topic. So my name is Marco Theodore. My name is really McClells Theodore. People call me Marcos because it's a little Marco because it's a little bit tougher to say McClells. But I am a real estate investor, a business owner, and land developer. I am a philanthropist. I believe in my community, and I'm very and I guess I'm an innovator as well, bringing new methods of thinking to new solutions to old problems or common problems that we had. And to lead that, it kind of leads towards the topic that we're going to be talking about. What I want to talk about today with you, Paul, my juice for today is going to be around the new immigrants and how investors and business owners could stay ahead of the trend and how we could take advantage of this opportunity.
Very nice. Yeah, for sure. I know we touched briefly on it before with a group of people, and everybody was very, very excited and they enjoyed it so much. So thank you very much for coming today and sharing this knowledge with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a whole lot of fun being on that webinar. I think a lot of people there are very intuitive, including yourself. A lot of knowledge, and I think that's where we're headed with this conversation today. Let's add a little bit more game, a little bit more spice into it. Paprika.
Sure. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So
Some of the
yeah,
topics that
go
we
ahead.
talked about were, about the growth of Canada, the sustainability, and the influx of jobs and immigration, and how are we sustaining ourselves? Are we putting in ourselves into, uh, great opportunities to come?
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of leads to what I was saying. Like there is a new influx in of immigrants in Canada, like 400,000 over the last quarter of 2023. And this, as an investor, as a business owner, and as a citizen of this country, it presents a huge challenge and strain in our economy, the infrastructure. There's now increased competition in jobs and housing, but there's also like a little bit of a social tension because people, when there's new immigrants, whether they're illegal or legal or none, and we're not going to discriminate here, but there is a little bit of a social tension and existence, like people from this country and the people here may face pressure, and they do face pressure on terms of like public services, infrastructure. And with these new incomers, there's also like a little bit of barrier in terms of integration, such as language and cultural differences. And without the proper planning, proactive measures, these challenges could, get bigger and create inequalities and strain on the in our economy and our social constructs, social economical aspect. And right now, people want to go from the difficulty of understanding where the benefits are to a more harmonious integration. People want to be ahead of these trends. They want to be in a more, I call it a dynamic market environment. I call myself the dynamic investor, and this is exactly how we're going to do it. And with this aspect, there's endless amount of opportunities that come from a profit and economic freedom, and real estate investors specifically could be ahead of this trend and could take advantage and be more wealthy, be more rich by being ready and taking advantage of this new trend coming in, which is the new immigrants.
Yeah, very nice. And I know you do, you're involved in some land development and stuff. I believe some of it's in the Ottawa area and everything. So you can see the density changing and stuff like that, where there's great opportunities there as well, right? Where fourplexes are all of a sudden the density allowance is changing to a 10plex and stuff like that. Hopefully that we can accommodate as long as the red tape is being pulled, right?
That's right. That's right. It's nice that you're bringing this up because one of the biggest advantage to this right now is that all across the board, across Canada itself, there is more push to invest in our infrastructure. And the number one thing, like everybody knows, everything starts from home. Like the way that you feel, the way that you're able to tackle your day starts from the way that you wake up. So if you're able to be in a place where you're comfortable, your family's fine, and you're fine, then you're more likely to invest better into yourself and to having a better day. So now one of the things that the government's doing across the board is that they're increasing density and a better infrastructure in terms of housing and accommodation for the increase in population, which creates a huge opportunity for us investors to be in the land development space. Our primary reason why we want to be in land development, myself and our partners at Fire Investment Capital, is the fact that we get to tackle a social economic problem, which is the housing problem, but we also get to help the economy through hiring contractors, through hiring individuals to be able to come and work in these spaces and build more land, build more homes, right? There's
Providing good
also other
jobs.
infrastructure. Yeah, that's right. A lot of jobs come from real estate development. And not only that, if you look at development, um, it provides more benefit to every party involved. So us, the investors, it provides a profit center for business, individual business owners and contractors and blue collar workers. It provides jobs for them and their employees, and for individuals, newcomers into Canada or people that are here, it provides more of an affordability because the more homes, we all know the supply and demand trend, right? So
Yeah.
the more supplies, the easier it would be to afford these supplies. So the lower the cost output will be. Now, another value is that people could actually have a home. That's the end of the day, is to provide homes so that Canadians and newcomers can be comfortable. So definitely advantage there. And the space of being in land development is so crucial, so crucial in this.
And we
Like
could
one of
also
the biggest
take,
trends right now.
yeah, and we could also
Yeah.
take
So one
part
of the
in,
biggest trends right now. Sorry, go ahead.
sorry, is the safety, that we can create safe, living and affordability, for all, right? Because like Brampton, the mayor was just talking about 25 international students in a two-bedroom basement apartment. So that's obviously not safe. If anything happened, there's a good portion of them that most likely would not make it out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
actually a very good thing that you brought up. And as landlords, we also want to make sure that we're providing, we are providing that safe space. I know for yourself, if you were to say, like, unless the landlord himself was making a couple hundreds off each individual, I'm sure he was pretty shocked when he's seen 25 people coming out of that place.
yeah, I think the landlord was claiming on it, not claiming on tax, but collecting. I think
He's
it was
definitely collecting something in the
four
back
or
end.
500 a piece, I think.
Hey, if you can make $10,000 out of one unit, which is not a luxury unit, I mean,
But
get your
legally,
hustle on, bro.
legally, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and the aspect of creating a safe community is definitely a huge thing. And you start seeing it. A lot of cities now want to implement this new construct, which is the 15-minute neighborhood. Ottawa's like huge on this. That's like their bread and butter for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And the whole reason behind it is you're creating a sustainability model where everything from emergency services to entertainment to jobs to even schooling and education is within a 15-minute walk slash bike ride away. This changes the model as well because now we are in a carbon safe environment. I know this is more of a sustainability model, but that's more of a environmental friendly model, and everybody can play their own part in that. And I think we're already seeing it for the last couple of weeks in Canada. We've had like great weather.
Yeah, and a lot of the products that we deal with, like the insured products and stuff, one is sustainability, one is affordability, and the third one is
So yeah, MLI Select. So with CMHC, so affordability, sustainability, and as well as accessibility.
Accessibility, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I
So
can
these are
think of.
great products for, and I like that you said that because they are a great product for development. They're great product as well for construction, and like for properties that are also going for new. It doesn't have to apply to new properties. It applies to newly renovated properties as well. So if you have something that's 15, 20 years old, you could still get favorable financing by implementing some of these things. And it's they're all judged by points. So definitely read up on it if you listen to podcasts. I definitely recommend you guys go on CMHC and learn a little bit about the MLI Select program. Very, very powerful and impactful program now.
Yeah, it's a great product in the right situations,
Yeah.
when it can be applied and stuff. So, now, where, if people are looking for you to reach out and to find any more information or to find out anything that you're working on, all the different skills that you bring to the table, where can they reach you? So we can put
Man,
down
I
your
am.
listing, but also for
Yeah.
the people that,
Yeah, so I am on Instagram. I'm on all the social platforms at this point. My face is out there. I'm on Instagram, and you can follow me on my personal page, which is mclels.t, so mcleels.t, or you could follow my business, or you could follow our project. So our project, the Mandevilla Ottawa, is on social media as well. So lots of update coming up on that platform. There's also at Billion Era, which is the business, which is the brand, which is where we want to lead towards. So you could follow me on that. You could reach out to me, DM me on Facebook as well, Marco Theodore. You could look it up, Marco Theodore. I'm on these platforms. I actually wanted to bring it back to something, Paul, and something that's huge and that we haven't really spoke about, which is the education piece of these new trends coming around. So with new immigrant, it creates a new opportunity for us to not just educate ourselves about opportunities, but as well educate them. Um, and as far as we are real estate investors, and the amount of immigrants, the type of immigrants that are coming to this country are very smart and financially savvy individuals. So it creates an opportunity for them as well to be in these spaces where they're not struggling coming to Canada. And within 2 to 3 or even 5 years, they could own a home or own investment properties. And education is a huge piece. So how do we bridge that gap? How would you suggest we bridge that gap, man?
well, I think we both agree, we're in one of the best organizations in North America.
Definitely. We're not paid for ads, but if you see Paul's hat right now, Wealth Genius, it's a great platform to educate each other on real estate and be able to overcome those challenges. We want to go from not from being in a unknown circumstance of mass immigration and social economic unknowns to being wealthy, to being in a position where everybody's able to thrive, our children are able to thrive, where even if prices do rise, we're able to overcome that challenge itself. So to get there, we have to educate ourselves. We also have to be able to take action from business perspective, from a real estate perspective. There's massive, massive amount of opportunities, especially in the blue collar, especially in real estate purchasing assets. Those are those are industries which aren't going in anywhere. People are saying AI and robots are going to come around. Well, I don't know. Maybe a robot can be more efficient, but they will never have a social output. A robot cannot be social, not to the point that we are, at least. So I think that's a huge benefit to us, and we always find our friends. I think one thing is people find some of their best friends or even partners through work. So you're not gonna marry a robot anytime soon, Paul. So
Sure, and that's for me, my three top investments. Number one is ourselves. Everything that we improve on ourselves improves the interactions with all the people around us. Number two is our networking.
Mhm.
Number three is, for me, is marketing.
I
So
like that.
those three things, and obviously the community offers all three of those. So it's a very nice combination, a nice, complementary
That's right. That's
for,
right.
real estate
Is-
investing and what we're trying to achieve and stuff like that.
I
So,
agree.
either we'll see you either here or there. That's like on virtual or in real life?
Are you seen the new Apple or the new like what's it called
Goggle set?
Vision, yeah, the new headset, the Vision Pro. I think it looks pretty cool. It definitely bridges the gap between technology and reality.
Yeah.
And we all look like robots walking around, but I swear we are real. It's just the artificial intelligence is definitely picking up. Um, what's the word? There's 3D images, there's integrated imagery, and this actually provides a little gap in between all. And next time you'll be driving and doing deal analysis at the same time.
Yeah, and just think how bulky it is, and in 5 years or 2 years, it probably is like my eyeglasses. It's next
Oh
to the
yeah. Oh
so
man, it'll go as crazy as just being a lens that you just put into your eyes. Like,
yeah. The amount that our phones can do, you know, when I was growing up and I was on like a Commodore computer, the computer was like, you know, basically nothing, and the government had like a computer that was like a block square, and now we have more information on our phone than that whole computer.
that's right, we do. It's
So
it's such a innovation is something that we need to invest in, and if we could find innovative materials, innovative inventions or ideas, we got to invest into it, and it's our job as creatives, as real estate investors, as business owners to find these innovations and capitalize on it, bring it to the market, help other people learn how to use it, and share with others because you like it only helps if we have safe and good technology and integrative technology, it'll help us get to the next level. Who
yeah,
knows what that next level is?
I think, like, I know a lot of people are scared of this and that, but I honestly think it's the user and how we use it.
I
Right?
agree.
Anything can be used poorly, wrongly, and things can be used properly and for the right things. So
Be safe. That's what he's trying to tell us all. Be
the
safe and
pencil
don't get an electric car.
the pencil didn't fail the test.
Right. I love it. I love it. So I just to bring that hammer to the nail, like the next future for real estate investors has to deal with taking advantage of opportunities. The rules of the games may change, but we as players, we are here to adapt and we are here to perform. And the good thing about our performance is that it helps Canadians, it helps families, it helps investors, it helps every stakeholder in the game, from the government to your little brother to your best friend to somebody you met down the street. And our all the goal is to end homelessness. The goal is to provide a safe home to everybody. The goal is to make everybody self-sufficient. And I think we are headed there if we use it wisely and if we could integrate technology in a safe manner, like Paul said, it'll be it'll be a smooth ride.
Yeah. And it's the whole economy benefits from it. So like you were saying,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. We're
perfect.
feeling it, man. I've never like every recession, it's like you could have millionaires with no cash. It's like, how are you rich? Well, I'm rich, but I have no cash. So I guess everybody's been feeling this recession. So it's our duty as investors to do the right thing, invest in the future, invest in things. And part of a recession, the great thing is like out of every recession, there's more millionaires and more billionaires that come out of it. So
Yeah.
this is peak opportunity period. If you find something that is innovative, that is leading, and as well, one thing I've learned is that social businesses are the new norm. So like, if you can find something that is both in that can integrate and that can be engaging to people, you find something that is going to change the world.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna sign off and tell us in your comments, like, share, follow. Um, that's it.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
our
So
plan.
thank you again, Paul, for having me. I'm so excited I was very excited to be here. I know this is going to be important, slicing and dicing some big topics. And this
Yep.
is one of the biggest one in Canada.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a real eye opener, like when you start looking at the opportunities and stuff that are available.
Oh yeah.
So thank you again, Marco, and I look forward to live meetups. I know they're coming, so till next time.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.